Welcome back to Master Your Glass. I'm your host, Livio. I was recently asked by one of my subscribers who was commenting on a video, I'll actually leave the video link right here, that I did on Amaro, if I could make a Braulio cocktail. Well, my friend, challenge accepted. Here you go. I want to thank Classmans or Classmans, I hope I'm not butchering your name, for asking me to make a Braulio cocktail. What is Braulio, first and foremost, before we get too much into it? Braulio is an Alpine style Amaro, which I, as you know, if you've watched my Amaro video, like to call a medicinal style. What that means is it's a type of Amaro that doesn't put forth a lot of citrus and sweetness, but it puts forth a lot more of those herbaceous bitterness, and in this case, even kind of like an ashy flavor. Alpine Amaros are made with alpine herbs, and alpine herbs are meant to help aid with digestion for more meat-driven styles of food, which is what people were eating in that area, versus other Amari, for instance, in southern Italy, where the fat that you're trying to digest from is more coming from cheeses and other ways. Additionally, Alpine Amari basically are sweetened with things like anise and fennel and some type of eucalyptic, and they're really not very sweet. As a matter of fact, most people find them very, very difficult to mix with. But today, and thanks again, Classmans, I'm gonna show you how to make it. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna make what is called a smash. Smash cocktails were popular already in the 1800s. They were a variant of the julep. Some variations have lemon in it, some variations don't. But in essence, it's basically a spirit, sugar, mint, and in this case, lemon, and muddled, and I'm gonna put it over crushed ice. So I'm gonna call this drink here the Alpine Smash. Let me show you how to make it. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take ice and add into my tin. Just like so. Okay, in this glass here, I'm gonna go ahead and cut a lemon. Let me grab this one right here. And with this lemon here, I'm basically going to cut, this is a really large lemon. So I'm gonna basically just cut 3 wedges out of it. And I don't want them to be too thick because again, this is a big lemon. Okay, those 3 wedges there are going to be in my drink, just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw them in here, okay? Now in here as well, I'm gonna go ahead and add about 6 to 8 mint leaves. It depends on the size. These seem medium size, so I might go to like 8. And there we go. And now to this as well, I'm going to add ½ an ounce of what I made is Demerara Simple syrup, right? Instead of using regular sugar, you use Demerara sugar, equal parts, 50-50. And in this drink, I'm going to add ½ an ounce or 15 mils, there it is, of Demerara Simple syrup, just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to take all of these ingredients and I'm just going to give them a muddle, just like that. I want to extract the flavor from the lemon, and I also want to extract the flavor from the mint, and I want to mix it up. Okay, now of course it was supposed to be a Braulio drink, so I'm going to add 1½ ounces or 45 mils of Braulio Amaro. Go. Okay. Now, before I get carried away, I'm going to set this over here because this drink here is going to call for crushed ice. And so I'm going to make my crushed ice. And let me show you how I'm going to do that. Just like that. Scoot this over here. If you don't have a Lewis bag, they come very handy. I do highly recommend you get your hands on one. And it also comes with the need for a little mallet, which I'll also put in the description below. So I'm going to take my ice and just add it into the Lewis bag. Okay, so now that my ice is in here, I'm going to give this a nice little spin. Set this right here. And this is the time where you get rid of all your frustrations. Just like that. I'm going to spin this on the other side. Okay. Set this over here, and right over here, I'm going to just start adding the crushed ice. I'm actually going to press it in, just like that. Might have to come back for more, but for now, we'll stick with this. Okay. So now we have all our ingredients in here. Let's go ahead and give this a nice shake. Okay. Now is about that time where you add a little more ice if it needs it, and it looks like mine does. So I'm going to just add a little more to the top. Okay. Now when it's time to garnish this drink, you can actually add the mint to the side or to the center. From the looks of my mint, which kind of wants to do its own thing, I'm going to garnish this to the center. Because as you can see, this mint here is kind of not behaving. And when mint doesn't behave, you kind of have to make it behave. You squeeze these all together nice and close. And then you go just in, just like that. And you bring it all the way to the bottom. And now, there you have the Alpine Smash. Now, you know what the good part is? Is I get to try this. Oh man, oh man. I know I'm not supposed to compliment myself. That sounds really cocky, but I'm going to give myself a pat on the back. This is actually really delicious. Might be one of my new favorites. Yeah. Why? Because it has a lot going on. Because Braulio brings a lot of that bitterness, smoky flavor to it. You've got the lemon with the citrus. You've got Demerara, which is giving us that funky sugar note to it. And then you have the mint, which, as you know, brings a lot of freshness to it. This is a good one. Wow. Well, there you have the Alpine Smash right here on Master Glass. If you enjoyed this episode, please do go ahead and give it a like. And if you're not a subscriber yet, please do subscribe and hit the bell so that you can get notified when I give you more expert instruction for everyday consumption.